Sergeant, by the way.
This is the most bizarre story I've ever heard.
True.
What? What?
He does not have a normal life. Hey all, you ready to laugh some more? Because we are, and we found another good one for you. One that we haven't seen, of course. And this one is Mortimerian Tales. Am I saying that right?
No, you're not. Absolutely not.
Mortimerian Tales by Bob Mortimer on Would I Lie to You? So some of his big fibs, I suppose.
Oh, that's right, because it's what I like you.
Yeah.
It's like, why is he fibbing? So yeah, anyway guys, that's what we're checking out today is, because I just realized we have not checked out enough Would I Lie to You.
I know, and it's so good.
Before we get on the video, as always, like, share, and subscribe if you want to. And because we actually are starting to have quite the little accruement. We have quite the...
What do you say?
We have a lot of videos now.
Oh, yes.
Like backlog, whatever. I don't know what to call it.
We got, a couple weeks worth probably to look through.
Yeah, we have quite a bit of British comedy now going on. And there's still way more we could do.
And we're still learning so much about the British humor.
Yeah, for sure. Let's just get straight into it and see what Bob Mortimer has to offer.
And if we can guess the lie.
I once set fire to my house with a box of fireworks.
David Mitchell.
Fireworks.
True.
Was this on purpose?
It was done out of ignorance.
Okay, so not on purpose.
What age were you?
I was somewhere around about 7.
I want to know where you grew up, where a 7-year-old can buy a box of fireworks.
I bought them in the shop near where I lived in Middlesbrough. It was a box for 2 and 6 of standard fireworks. That was the brand.
Standard brand. That sounds exciting. Standard fireworks.
This sounds like it could be true.
So I'm just gonna say real quick a story about me. When I was about 6 or 7 or whatever, my grandma, I didn't buy them. My grandma bought us. She like splurged that year, and we had like tens of thousands of black cats, the little firecrackers.
Okay.
We had like tens of thousands of them.
Yeah.
And I was on our front porch, and I accidentally set my punk down on them, and they all started going off, and I scared the hell out of me. I was like crying. I was super upset. It didn't actually start any fires.
Other than just exploding all of them.
Oh yeah, and there was like no controlling it. It was just like
stand back and let it
so
happen.
I don't know about the whole catching fire with a small firework, but I would not doubt it. And I don't know. I'm gonna say it's true. He might be lying, but I'm just saying my personal experience. I know it's possible.
It's very easy to do, especially at that age.
When you're not being supervised, yeah.
Standard brand. That sounds exciting. Standard fireworks. A normal level of excitement will be endangered. For a bonfire night, you will forget.
But it says standard, but then it's pow, pow, pow.
Well, that is standard for a firework. So you're in your home, and you're 7 or 8 years old.
I'm 7 and I'm on my own, yeah.
On your own?
Yeah, and
What happens?
on one of the fireworks, I think it was the sparklers, it said, not suitable for indoor use. Which at that age makes you think, that means they're okay.
Could you just not read the word not when you were playing?
Can you not read the word not?
Oh, lovely. I love that not brand food. It's not for human consumption.
I know that logic that says, well, people have obviously tried them indoors.
I've discovered they're not suitable.
Yeah.
So therefore, I won't use them indoors because I want to live.
If you look at a big firework, it won't say not suitable for indoors. It's obvious.
Yeah. Right.
But
Well,
on the
not
sparklers,
everybody.
they chose to put it on.
So what happened?
I lit the sparkler. The sparks went into the box of fireworks, a standard box, and set them off. And I carried the box of fireworks, now beginning to light, into the kitchen, and I threw them into the kitchen. I thought it would be more suitable.
I think you're right. The kitchen of all the rooms is the most suitable for fireworks, isn't it?
Because
of the oven, the gas, the stove. There is fire naturally in the kitchen.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and it's more wipe down.
Yes.
Less cloth.
Yeah.
So what happened then?
They went off in the
What was the sound like? Was it bing? Wee?
No, these were only standard. And I remember as I'm sat here now, wiping the scorch marks off the floor and thinking that my mum's going to kill me.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be in big trouble. Then I went back into the living room. Unbeknownst to me,
Yeah.
I dropped one. And the living room was completely completely engulfed in flame.
Oh my
It sounds true
god.
that if you're on your own at home at 7, your mum's pretty laid back anyway.
He said, son, will you sit here and look after these fireworks? Whilst I go out to the bingo.
So you lit the sparkler. A spark went into the standard box.
Yes.
The box starts to go. You go, uh-oh, I must get them into the most suitable room for fireworks.
Yes.
Kitchen. No need to go beyond the kitchen to the outdoors.
Mum said don't go out.
Good boy.
Okay, Mom.
It's good to know there was at least one rule in your house.
What time of day did all this happen?
This happened mid-afternoon.
Oh dear, so you didn't really get the benefit of the
Okay, I'm kind of thinking this might be a lie, mainly because of how many details he remembers as a 7-year-old. I don't have that many details of it. Maybe I just never had anything exciting happen when I was 7, but still.
7's not. Dude, I definitely have a lot of memories.
I know,
of
but
7.
being that much older,
I know, but like
that much
me,
time passing.
that's what I'm saying. Like, well, I'm not as old as him, but
Yeah, that's less
no,
time
I know. But I'm
passing.
just saying, like, I vividly remember the fireworks.
Do you remember the brand?
Yeah, Bobcat or Black Cat, whatever the main brand was. Black Cat, that's the brand.
Okay, so maybe you do remember certain details.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. He could totally be lying if he's lying. I mean, we already
He's
know
really good at it,
he's a
so.
phenomenal storyteller. But I think it's still true.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
I'm not sure.
Mid-afternoon.
Oh dear, so you didn't really get the benefit of the
It's probably not going to be true because, like, why was his mom not there at 7? Or why
Yeah, that was the other
That's
thing.
the thing. That's the biggest flaw in this story.
Who put the fire out?
I went to next door where Miss Best lived. So, bless her, she's about 80. And I knocked on their door and said, my house is on fire. And she said, do you know, I thought it was.
So what happened then?
She called the fire brigade. They fired their water hoses throughout the house,
Yes.
ruining it.
Even the rooms where
Not
there's no fire.
ruining it.
Yeah.
You do know that before they put out fires, it's already ruined, don't you?
Lee,
You're making this house all wet. It was lovely and warm before.
it's the water damage that
Yeah.
knackers the house.
Is it? Not the fire?
Not the fire. If they would use their boots to put it out. Honestly, the entire house, that's it. I was in a family of 4 children, and we were homeless.
Where? Come on, keep it light.
No, I'm just saying.
Where were all the other kids while you were alone with the fire? Why did you take 3
They were
children
looking
out and
after
leave
fireworks in other people's houses.
When you
Yeah,
say
that's
you were
all right.
homeless, how much of the house did the inferno claim?
It's gone. Entire
Just
house
what, the
gone.
whole
Whole house gone.
The whole house
Whole
burned
house
down.
burnt down.
So how much did you leave in the living room? The fireworks in the kitchen have only caused a few scorches.
Yeah.
What did you leave in the living room?
And now, don't you
Standard
feel
firework.
stupid for saying standard fireworks? I tell
Not
you, they
really.
well,
I think
they
you were
are.
stupid. Sparkler indoors.
If you don't know what you dropped in the living room, is there a chance that it's just a coincidence?
No, it could be.
That it might not have been your fault?
That's what I said to the press.
Your fault?
Press? What press? Who did you speak to?
Local press.
Because they came to the house while it was burning?
Yeah, you know, they're their hats on, trilbies, sniffing around.
With those little bits of paper in the yeah. Were they called things like Scoop McLean?
I believe he was called Ron Waffle.
Sorry, Ron Waffle.
It was either him, and the other ace reporter on the Gazette was John Caramel. It was one of them two.
Caramel and Waffle.
Okay, I think it is a lie at this point.
Either that or he's throwing in those fake bits to throw them off.
I don't want to change
make
my
him
mind, but
say it's a
we'll
lie.
see.
I kind of think it's still real.
Honestly.
The question is whether you think Bob has been telling the truth.
Well, I thought it seemed very plausible until we heard about caramel and waffle.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I think he thinks he's telling the truth, but I think what's happened at some point, he's seen a film in which this has happened
It's so backdraft.
and is now convinced that it happened to him. I think it's a lie. Sarah.
I sort of. I was going to say I want it to be true, but that sounds really horrible. I think it might be true.
Well, I think it's true. I think it's true.
So you're going to go for true?
Yeah.
Okay, Bob, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Oh, yeah, you were right. right.
And then I kind of second guessed myself at the end, though.
Yeah.
So I can't really give it to
That
myself.
seems the way it goes. You're right at the beginning. With
No,
it. You
well,
said-
the last one I trusted my gut, but this one I was just like, when he started throwing the junk, that's what threw me off. I was like, but okay. Wow, that's crazy, though, that his house burned down as a kid.
Yeah.
The police once ordered me to leave town, unspecified, because I was frightening the locals.
David,
see
Steve, what
that.
do you think?
Could you give us some context, Bob?
I'll give you the name of the town. It was Castle Douglas.
Ah.
Where is that?
It's southwest Scotland.
And why were you in Castle Douglas?
Was it a tour or something?
No, it was a long time ago. I was only 17, 18, that kind of age. And
A numerical age, that kind. Rather than iron or bronze. That's
Iron and Bronze Age.
a different kind of it.
I was trying.
I don't actually know the name of that guy. He seems like
he's
pretty...
one of the Mitchells.
Oh, that's right.
I
Okay,
don't
okay.
know his
Yeah, you're
name
right. Yeah,
though
you're right.
either.
I'll say he's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a comedy.
I do think he's a regular on the
I was trying.
show.
I was with two friends trying to get as close to the Gulf Stream as I possibly could.
What? What do you mean you wanted to get close to the Gulf Stream?
It seemed such an appealing, far-off, miraculous thing. This hot stream of water so near us that it was hard to believe in it just from the textbooks.
But it's not like a spa. It's a massive flow within the ocean.
Yeah, but
you can't see it.
Well, if you're at the Logan Botanical Gardens,
There's a lovely view of the Gulf Stream.
No, but you can see the effects of the Gulf Stream. You know, it's like a tropical gardens, and so in that way you sense the influence of the Gulf Stream. Well, no, it's extraordinary.
I know all teenagers are absolutely mad on the Gulf Stream. Can't get enough of it, and it's
flowers.
But
But that was one reason amongst many.
But the police of Castle Douglas don't mind the teenagers who will flock there to admire the effect of the Gulf Stream.
trying to call
so
them
what
out.
was it that you did that put their noses out of joint?
We scared the locals, apparently, because we were wearing very grotesque masks.
Why were you wearing masks? If you're going to a gardens, why would you wear a mask?
Ah, well, here's the thing. That's a perfect question.
Just before you answer it, have a minute.
We were travelling in a Morris Minor, and we were sleeping in the car. There was three of us. There's me mate Harry Harriman and Steve.
Harry Harriman?
Steve, by the way. He was.
No!
I think it's a lie.
It started off, he seemed really believable telling a story and stuff. He seemed like he was recalling memories just by his facial expressions, but now it just doesn't seem
Well, the
plausible.
thing for me is I don't know hardly anything about Bob Mortimer, but it seems like he has a very strange, he's had a very strange, not in a bad way, but he's had a strange life.
Yes.
So some of these crazy stories might be true, but no, I'm saying false on this one.
Yeah.
Steve, by the way. He was. What do you just call Steve, by the way?
Steve, by the way, as in incidentally.
Yes. Anyway, we had these.
You're wearing these masks.
We're wearing these grotesque.
Why are we wearing these masks?
We're wearing these masks because we didn't have anywhere to sleep and we were sleeping in the car.
Right.
They'd been given us by Harry Harriman's mum, yeah, to keep us warm at night because of the heat generator.
What grotesque latex mask?
Yes. They were just old men's masks, but they were to keep us warm. Harry Harriman's mum she sold these stuff from home, and she sold another thing which was called a jobble top, yeah, which was a bobble hat that made it into a jumper, and the big bobble was at the back and it buttoned down the front, and that was.
I'm telling you now, right? If this is a lie and they end up saying lie, I will say to you, why did you make it more difficult for yourself? By mentioning the joggle top or whatever it was called.
Because I'm imagining my sleeping arrangements and think, yes, we had the latex masks on and these giant, like what they're called jobble tops.
Right,
Okay. So
Snood.
if you're wearing a sleeping mask and you're scaring the locals, like normally the locals will be in bed when you're going to sleep, and it's dark, and you're in your car and you got a scary mask on.
No, we were just on our daytime drive from Dundee to Castle Douglas.
With masks
as
on.
we went past
Keep
people,
your faces warm.
we were staring at them with our scary masks.
Why did you not remove... Because I would say, from my experience of sleeping all night in a classic car in a latex mask and a joggle top, you get quite clammy. And so in many ways, it's quite a relief to take the leg.
Although when you're like 18, 19, of course that's an opportunity to scare people.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like this is just like a totally normal thing. No.
Well, I mean for some, I think, but no, this is, I think it's somewhat plausible. I think some of the details seem very bizarre.
This is true. This is the most bizarre story I've ever heard, and he has the most interesting life ever.
I should write books.
Even Lee Mack's
It's quite
not
a
even.
relief
Yeah.
to take the latex mask off for the next day's drive.
Yes, and
not to mention how it helps being able to see where you're going.
Yeah. No, of course, we take the mask off in the morning, but then round about midday, you wanted to put it back on.
At what point did the police get involved? Didn't the police get
We
involved?
parked up in Castle Douglas, right next to a shop, because we wanted to get one of their famous Scotch pies. As we came out of the shop, I was grabbed by police.
Wait, is Scotch pie a thing? I've never heard of
A
that.
Scotch pie?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. They like pies and they like booze, so I don't know if they're
What does that
actually...
do with anything?
I don't know, I think Scotch is the drink. I don't know how you would incorporate it into a pie,
We
but
wanted to get one of their
maybe it's
famous
nothing
Scotch
like
pies. As we came out of the shop, I was grabbed by a policeman, and it was a sergeant, by the way.
Sergeant, by the way.
Well, that's
So
good.
you got away with it because you said, no, wait, that's me dad.
Maybe it was.
I'm a sergeant, by the way. I think, Daddy!
That was good.
So the sergeant,
By the way.
he took me to the police station, and they
So
put
he
me-
arrested you.
Yes, taken and put in a room, and then the sergeant and a plainclothes detective came in.
Plainclothes.
I'm sorry. I think at this point they just want to hear the story. They know it's a lie.
Put in a room, and then the sergeant and a plainclothes detective came in.
Plainclothes.
Oh, yeah. What? You said CID have now got involved.
And then they said, you're going to have to
unique
wait here.
detail,
We'll send
though.
for a specialist from Edinburgh.
And then, as we sat in, it came in and said, right, what's with the funny faces? They said, what's with the funny faces?
So what did you say?
It's like, well, we explained what had happened, that we had these funny faces, that we slept in them, and that we're terribly sorry to have caused any offence.
So presumably then they released you.
Sergeant, by the way, followed us till we were out of the city limits. So that's my story. It's quite a holiday.
What do you think?
I know what I think.
What do you think?
I think it's true.
You think it's...
Okay, so I don't know in this game show if you can have like a speck of truth and then say a bunch of lies. I don't think you can.
I think the overall story, like whatever was on the
It has to
card.
be somewhat true.
Yes. How you explain after that.
What do you
is
think?
pretty
I
up to
know
you.
what I think.
What do you think?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah.
That's not what I think. Kian, what do you think?
I'm going to go untrue.
Okay, Cian's going untrue. Adil's going true. David?
My initial reaction is it's a lie. Let's say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
Bob Mortimer.
Yes,
Was that story true? Or was it a lie?
it was true.
What? What?
That is the craziest story ever.
Okay, I think the names are obviously not real.
I don't
Sergeant,
know.
by the way. Oh my gosh, how is that possible?
Well, I think the sergeant, by the way.
I know,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think he was saying
No,
that was his
no,
last
no,
name.
no. How can that even be true?
They have funny names over there.
No, the story. The whole story.
I think there's aspects that are a little
How is that even
exaggerated.
possible? If I was like a
And
bet,
that part was the lie. I'm saying it's
if
true.
I was a betting man, I would have like lost so much money. Oh my
It started off
goodness.
seeming true to me.
True.
Lee Mack.
Well, Bob, what is Keith to you?
This is Keith. He's my oldest friend, and when we were at school together, we hid a dictaphone in the classroom ceiling to confuse our teacher.
Oh what?
So
A
not to
dictaphone?
record, but to play stuff.
Yeah.
What sort of
Okay.
stuff?
Well, it was important to keep a gap at the beginning, so we let it run for about 15 minutes. And then there was the noise of a fly. A brief period, then another brief period. To confuse the teacher.
Where would you get the noise from the fly? You'd make the noise.
We'd make the noise ourselves.
Let's
I'm
hear
not
your
paying
fly
for no
noise.
fly to do it.
Let's hear your fly.
You know,
I do just sound like a fly.
Can I hear you B?
We didn't do a B.
Do you know how to do B? Just like that fly.
Yeah,
It's more wholesome if it's a B, isn't it?
Show me the difference, David.
Well, I'm not.
Do
Well,
we?
I'd say okay. A bee would be a sort of a foot.
No, that's a
Whereas a
bumblebee.
fly is a.
Do you see the way he just slipped straight in and out?
So you.
So yes, there was
tried it.
silence,
Yeah.
then a little bit of fly, silence, a little bit of fly, and then quite loudly, but not to frighten anyone, the word wolf. Then more silence. Yeah. Bit more silence. Then Speedway Stadium.
Speedway Stadium.
Do you know, the idea was just to say kind of random things. He was a really nice teacher called Bill Whitlingham.
How did Bill Whitlingham react to these random sounds?
Well, Mr. Whitlingham left the room and said, "Can you sort this out by the time I've gone back? Can you sort whatever it is that's going on?" And there was a cupboard in the corner where, interestingly, it had like exercise books in it, pens and that, but it also had in a little cage a hand lion, which is a robotic, it's a battery operated thing.
Are you just saying any words that come into your head in any order?
It's a hand lion, and if you
hand lion.
it's a robotic, animatronic hand lion. Yeah.
What does that
And if
mean?
you've been particularly good, he would put it on your hand and set it to lick.
Like a
If you've been particularly
It's like a clockwork
no,
lion.
it was remote control.
It was remote control.
Remote control. He had the controller in his desk, and he said, "You've
the
been
actual
such a good
hand
boy.
lion-
Get out the hand lion, and you'll get a lick." And if you'd been bad, you put him on your hand and you strike. You'd strike at your hand.
So the hand lion had two settings. It could lick or it could strike.
Yes, good boy, bad boy.
Right.
Good
Very
boy,
sensible.
bad boy. Now, the only problem with it,
His friend's starting to smirk a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's for the most part just like stone cold.
yes, good boy, bad boy.
Right. Very
Good boy,
sensible.
bad boy. Now, the only problem with it, of course, was...
What, this story?
It would... The only problem was, because if the batteries got low, it would get constipated. No,
I'm saying
we're
lie.
in this cupboard, so we got up on the cupboard.
Even though I'm saying lie, but like I don't know anymore.
It's so hard to tell.
Up on the cupboard.
You climb onto the cupboard that the
Yes.
hand lion is housed in.
Probably asleep.
Right. You reach up onto the ceiling tile,
Take out the dictaphone.
switch it off.
Yep.
Mr. Whitlingham
Yes.
comes back in.
Yes.
What happens?
He's nervously awaiting another, edict from above.
Yeah.
Doesn't come. We carry on with the lesson. British government and politics it was.
There's a
what was
lesson called British Government and Politics.
Yeah.
Oh, a
British-
year on that.
2 years. It was A level.
For the sixth formers,
Yes.
a hand lion. Hand lion that can either lick or strike was what was used to express praise or the opposite to
I don't know if
these
this isn't true because it's really
17
weird.
or 18-year-old students.
And it was very effective.
All right. Is Keith Bob's classroom prankster, David's blanked buddy, or Lee's hawk handler?
I was believing Bob until.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I think this friend is one of their friends. We missed the other two stories, but I'm pretty sure Lee and the other guy had a story to tell about that guy, so they have to guess which one is true.
Oh, okay.
I kind of think Bob's might be true. The one guy watching his expression looked like he was looking up and kind of smiling like he was remembering something.
Blanked buddy, or Lee's hawk handler?
I was believing Bob until the fact that he was 18 and the hand lion. I'm leaning towards David.
I think I'm leaning towards David.
I think
Ridiculous.
it's Bob, and I think he panicked because he knew we were onto him, so he went on a ridiculous riff about a hand lion to throw us off the scent. I'll go Bob, but I've been wrong before.
Tara?
I'm gonna go David.
We'll go David.
You're saying David. Keith, please reveal your true identity.
My name's Keith, and Bob and I recorded voices with the dictaphone on the ceiling.
Wow! So all these are true.
Keith is Bob's classroom prankster.
I would never have believed that all that stuff about a hand line was completely true.
Thanks very much, Keith.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna have to watch the flip because I guess the hand line had to be true though.
Yeah.
So I just wonder how much liberty they're given with like lying or like if it all has to be.
Maybe it's the
all
way
true.
he explains it. It kind of makes it seem unbelievable.
It does. Like, what kind of school are you in that's like has this little?
Oh, we have so much more to learn about British culture.
Oh my gosh! I mean, everyone else is British on the show, and they didn't even think it was believable. So
Yeah.
that was been very, very unique to Bob.
He does not have a normal life.
He doesn't have to try to lie because he doesn't have to because his life is so.
His life sounds like
unique.
a lie.
I don't have any story that's that exciting at all.
I never heard about the firework one.
Well, yeah, I should have that, but I mean, that's not that exciting. I didn't burn down the house.
Yeah, that.
I mean, which is good.
Yeah, thank goodness. That happened later in your life.
Well, we don't have to talk about that. I just want to thank you guys for recommending him to us because it was fairly recent.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, we will be checking out more Would I Lie to You?
Mm-hmm.
It is hilarious. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I think that's all we have for the video. Comment down below if we should do a part 2 to this because like I said, these are like 50-minute long videos.
Yeah.
So comment down below if you want us to do more and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Please be safe, take care, and look after one another.